Hi, my name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast, and this is my Makeup Monday for this week. Today I'm going to play with the Hues of Happiness suite again. It's really just the designer series paper and the stamp set this time. I'm going to do a card called the torn paper technique. I've seen a few demonstrators doing this and I wanted to have a go, and it's so easy. It's so cool and so easy. So I'll put my phone up into the holder and we can get started, but you can use any paper, any designer series paper. I want to have a go at using the New Horizons DSP. That would be really cool one to do it with. But today I'm using the Hues of Happiness designer series paper. So just bear with me and we'll get started. Okay, so this is the card we're going to make today, and it's called the torn paper technique. So I've just used some of the beautiful Hues of Happiness designer series paper behind it. I've die cut one of the flowers out of the designer series paper, stamped my sentiment, and then used the glossy dots. And I've also spattered it with Wink of Stella. So I don't know if you can see the spatter, but you can see a bit of shimmer. I coloured some Wink of Stella on the flower, and then I did a bit of spattering. So it's a really cool technique, and it's really quite easy. So these are what you need for your card. So you need an A5 card base. I'm using basic white, thick basic white. You need 10 centimetres by 14.4 centimetres coloured cardstock. On this card I used Gorgeous Grape to tone in with the paper. This one I'm using Mango Melody. You need 2 pieces of 9.5 centimetres by 13.9 centimetres in basic white, just the normal basic white. You need 1 piece of designer series paper, 7.5 centimetres by 13.9 centimetres. And then you just need ink to match your DSP and embellishments. So I'll just leave that there, and you can either write that down or grab a screenshot before we start making the card. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so I will put my card base to one side and my matting piece, and it'll become apparent as to why we need 2 pieces of white the same size. First thing I'm going to do is attach my designer series paper to my layer. So I'm just going to center that up on my piece of cardstock and just put it down. So this is an additional layer. You don't really need this layer if you don't want to, but I found it quite helpful to have this layer. And now I've got tissue on my fingers. Oh, for goodness sakes. Okay, we won't worry about that. I look stupid with tissue on my finger. I'll just get that off. Okay, that will do. Okay, now I'll just get that up. There we go. And this is the piece we're going to tear. So the way you tear your cardstock is that you go in about 2 centimetres or an inch, and you just start tearing. So you tear towards yourself for this piece, for this first tearing. Okay, and just stop there. Now this piece, this tear, you tear down away from yourself. Okay. And just go to about the same length. There we go. And when you turn it over, your 2 torn pieces have got the rough looking tear on it. if you put it down this way, it doesn't have the rough tear. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say there. And then with your centerpiece, you just grab your bone folder and you just do this to break the fibers in the cardstock so that they soften, so that it's easier to roll. So you just do that a few times, and that breaks the fibers in the paper, in the cardstock. Okay? I'm just going to go like that. Now you turn it, so you want your torn pieces to go on top of your designer series paper, your rough looking edges facing up. That's what you want. So I'll turn it over and I will get my glue. You don't want to put glue on the center piece. You just want to put it around the edges. Not on the centerpiece. You do not want it on the centerpiece because you're going to roll that piece. So for this card, I had the roll going that way. We could do it the opposite way today. So and it's easier to do it this way, holding it up. And that's why I'm using glue, because you've got a little bit of wiggle. And you just line it up, because it's the same size that you're putting down. You just line it up. So then you can put it down and press it. I suppose it doesn't matter which way you put it because then you can turn it whichever way you want it. So just ignore me. Okay, so just get some of that glue off I don't think I need my glue anymore. I don't, so let's get rid of it. Okay, so now, if you know where you want to put your sentiment, you could do that now. So I might get my sentiment and Mango Melody out. Mango Melody is a colour I hardly ever use. But anyway, I'm using it today. So let's have a look. So I've used Happy Birthday on this one. I might use Best Wishes on this one. That's here. Okay, so I'll just pop that onto my block. And I always like to have a little practice before I stamp onto my project. Yep, that looks fine, except I've got it on my block, so we'll just wipe that off. Okay. So we'll just put that down here. There we go. So that's your only stamping. Put that there. Now we're going to roll our piece of paper. So you just get it, and if it's not soft enough on the end, just get your bone folder to soften it up a little bit, and then you just start rolling it. If you're not wanting it smaller, just go back and start again and try and get it a bit tighter, the roll a bit tighter. There we go. So I'm going to use Seal Plus, and you just put a little bit down here, and then you just keep rolling onto the top of the seal, and that will secure it. I wouldn't use glue for that part because that would be very messy. Okay, so the roll's going this way now. Now I'm going to get my coloured piece of cardstock. and we will attach that. I'm just going to flatten that edge down a little bit. So the second piece of the basic white is just to help you to line up your torn paper on top. So I do need my glue again, I lied. Now I'm finished with the glue. Okay. So just lay it down onto your matting piece with your border around. There we go. Like so. And then I've got my pre-cut flower from the DSP. Now, I could put that here, or I could put it up there. Let's see, I think I'll put it there. So I'm just going to use some stamping dimensionals. I'm just using my scrap pieces that are offcuts left over from the rest of the sheet. Don't ever throw them away because they're really you can use them too. So I might just pop it here. And then this one, I shall get my contraband snail. And let's see where I might put that. Just tuck it in, I think. Just like so. So that's that. So we'll bring our card base in. So I'm keen to have a go at this technique using the New Horizons DSP. I think that could be really interesting and fun. Be like looking through a window almost, a torn window. Yep, so I need my glue again. I keep putting it away and I keep needing it. So I'm going to do that with the New Horizons. That could be cool. So watch this space. Okay. Beautiful. Just push that down. You could have put that on dimensionals if you wanted to, but I wanted it flat. I'm going to grab my Winker Stella. And I'm just going to go over the flower. Put a bit of shimmer on the flower. I might just need to never squeeze your Winker Stella over your project. It's not a good idea. Ask me how I know. They say you learn from experience, don't they? So I might move that out of the way, and I might just get on my bone folder will do, and I'm gonna whack some Winker Stella onto it to get a little bit of shimmer happening. That should do. And I'll get my glossy dots. So they're part of this suite. I'll pop that away. Let me just lift up. Give that a bit of a wipe. Okay. These I think are more Daffodil Delight, but they will work for what we're wanting today. Because they've got the same colouring, you know. We might put one here. And we might put one here. Oops. One up here. And that's our card for today. How simple. You know me, I like super simple. Torn paper effect. That's what it's called. So, can you see the shimmer on that with the Winker Stella splatter? And this one's in the gorgeous grape. Really cool. So yeah, I'm going to have a go with the New Horizons paper. I have to go to work tomorrow, so I can't do it Monday. But I've got an extra day off this week, so I'm going to do a bit more playing and designing of upcoming classes. But that's my Make It Monday for this week. Torn paper effect. I hope you enjoyed that, and I shall see you next week. Bye for now.